Greetings, everybody, and thanks for tuning in. Now I have the pleasure to introduce Simon Hombersley. Simon is the CEO of Xampla, and he will tell us how they put an end to plastic with their plant protein. Simon, over to you. The stage is yours.
Thank you very much, and thank you for this opportunity to talk here at TechBlick today. So, Xampla is a University of Cambridge spin-out, and our mission is to address plastic pollution, and we are the only company in the world engineering plant proteins. So I'm going to give a little bit of an introduction to the company and talk about the core of our science, and then I'll talk about some of the application areas and the stage that we're at with different projects and customers at the moment. So the end of plastic is obviously a big statement there, and I don't actually believe that there will be the end of plastic in the next 20 to 30 years. But I think what we will see is the end of single-use plastics and microplastics, intentionally added microplastics, in the form that we are seeing today. And that Xampla's mission is to address plastic pollution, and we're focusing on those most polluting plastics, the single-use plastics and the microplastics. And that's partly because of the commercial opportunity, but it's also because of our mission. So Xampla is actually the UK's first spin-out to become a certified B Corporation. So we're a mission-led business in addition to the commercial focus. And our ambition is to be the leader in natural polymers. Now, I'm aware that there's a number of different types of solutions providers talking here today. So I'll just define natural polymers there. If you look at the ECHA microplastic ban, the definition that ECHA adopts is a very clear and straightforward one. If a natural polymer exists in nature and can perform with no chemical modification, then that is compliant with the ECHA microplastic ban. Now, that defines for us the category of natural polymers. So we're not the only company in this category, but for most of the regulation changes that we're going to be seeing over the next 20 years or so, we believe that natural polymers is the category. That is the solution, essentially, to most of the problems in single-use plastics and microplastics that we see. So our ambition as the only company in the world engineering plant proteins is to become the leader in that category. So as I mentioned, we're a University of Cambridge spin-out. This is a deep tech business, and we're backed by investors such as Amadeus Capital Partners, who are very well regarded deep tech investor, and also Horizons Ventures out of Hong Kong. But we're also mission-led. So as a B Corporation, we're also backed by Sky Ocean Ventures, so an impact investment fund specifically focused on marine plastic pollution. Our chair is the former Chief Sustainability Officer of Unilever. And when Jeff joined us, we're still a relatively small startup, only 30 people in Cambridge. When somebody of Jeff's seniority and experience identified Xampla as one of the companies that can solve the sorts of problems that he was dealing with when he was Chief Sustainability Officer at Unilever, we took a big feather in our cap. So we're a very ambitious company with a goal to be essentially by 2030 top of Unilever procurement list for single-use plastic and microplastic applications. So that's the focus, and the reason is very simple. There are 855 billion single-use sachets produced on this planet each year, and they are not credibly or economically recyclable. There are obviously systems and so forth where different types of plastics can be caught and captured, but flexible films, single-use plastics, microplastics, and liquid polymers, these are all areas where the only solution to address plastic pollution is a plastic that doesn't pollute, and that's what Xampla has developed, a completely natural material. So it's a very high-profile problem for many of our customers. It's also a priority for regulators, and we are being driven by those two consumer and regulatory drivers. But we also believe that actually it's an opportunity in replacing these products and plastic areas. Consumers are incredibly motivated in this area, and actually solving these problems is not a cost and a problem, it's an opportunity for businesses to differentiate their offerings, often in quite mainstream product categories. It's even a way to premiumize different products in different categories. So we think that actually the move away from plastic is a huge opportunity over the next 10, 20 years for brands to develop business as well as transition in response to regulatory drivers.